I'm at the Kona Earth farm in the heart of the Kona coffee belt, and as you can see, we've got cherries that are ripe and ready to go behind me. So today is the first day of one of the rounds of picking that we're going to do here. So coffee is kind of unique. It doesn't ripen all at once. You'll get flowers, green cherries, almost ripe cherries, and then fully ripe cherries that are ready to be harvested all at the same time. And so you pick only the ripe ones, and every 30 to 40 days you'll have another round of picking, and that could last 5-6 rounds at a time, and each tree can produce up to 10 pounds of ripe cherry per round of picking. So when you look at a branch on a coffee tree, you'll see that you have green cherries and red cherries all mixed together. You'll even see what looks like a full ripe bunch of red cherries, and there's a couple green ones hiding underneath. Or like on this branch, it's mostly green, but there's a couple of ripe ones here as well. And so the pickers have to go through very carefully and take out only the ripe ones, because those are the only beans that can actually be roasted. Those are the ones that are going to taste good. If any of the green ones make it through the harvesting process, they have to get culled out and they don't make it into the final product. So this is a ripe coffee cherry. I'm going to crack it open, and inside there are 2 coffee beans. Technically these are not beans but seeds, and you can see here that the outside skin is very thin. There's hardly anything there. Almost the whole volume is these big coffee beans. This is what fresh pulped coffee beans look like. They're interesting. They're kind of sweet, kind of floral, a little bit vegetal, kind of a green taste to them. It's not my favorite thing, but it's not unpleasant at all. And the skin, you know, when you hear cherry, you'd think like eating cherries. It's nothing like that. These are really fibrous and kind of stringy. Not a lot of flavor to these, honestly. They're pretty tasteless, and it's kind of more like eating celery than eating an actual eating cherry.
Now, I grew up working in the eating cherry orchards on the eastern side of Washington state, and so I was expecting pretty large trees and big ladders used to reach the fruit in the top of those branches. So I was pretty shocked to learn that instead of using ladders to raise themselves up, the pickers actually use wooden hooks to pull the branches down to their level. Again, with my background working in agriculture, I couldn't wait to strap on a picking bucket and give it a try. I wasn't really prepared for how difficult the coffee cherries are to pick. Unlike eating cherries, which require gentle hands and more of a push and lift to unhook them from the branch, coffee cherries do not let go easily, and it was immediately apparent that it took a fair bit of brute force to just yank them off the tree.
Wow. I cannot imagine doing this for 9 hours straight. This is a lot harder than it looks. You get a new respect for the people that are out here picking and doing a good job, you know, trying to keep the green cherries out of the bucket. It really is a lot more skilled than you'd think.